Like the Ethereum token is not here to replace dollars. It's here to replace JP Morgan, okay? To create apps that are backed by dollars that are held in a bank.
You've gotten pretty negative on Bitcoin. So the market can bounce, but Bitcoin goes to zero? Or did you hear Tim Armstrong?
Well,
he's pretty smart. Do you think Bitcoin bounces from here, or is it over?
Yeah, I think the people who are involved with Bitcoin have to take another stand. You know, like I like Novogratz. He was out there yesterday. We need some guys to just say, look, this is the level. That's typical of what happens when it's about to really drop big. So they just come on air and they say, listen, I'm a buyer.
So you think it's going down a lot
we had Saylor the other day. I mean, hello. If they change the margin rates on crypto, he'd be out in a second. So I do think that they have to make a stand, Joe. They can't let it go down anymore. Whoever the day is, they got to hold. It's kind of like Braveheart with that thing.
You saying it goes down another 50% or another 100%?
I think it goes to 12,000, where it was before this whole fiasco began.
Still a lot, though, for something that we don't really know what the heck it is.
Well, it really isn't anything, right? I mean, maybe it's like
I don't know.
Maybe it's like a
distributed. It's like a distributed ledger. That you can make a case for that.
Blockchain. Yeah, if I have to hear about that one more time.
Welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, you know, I come back with that video just to make you think. And we have the Hegelian dialectic in full force. We have Brian Brooks says Ethereum is here to replace JP Morgan. I thought JP Morgan owns Ethereum. And we have the Hegelian dialectic master, the king of shorting stocks. And we have Jim Cramer. Whoever they is the Fed. The Fed is draining everything. Nobody wants to talk about that. One thing they will never talk about is the Fed is at fault. And the Fed is building the fourth industrial revolution. And Jim Cramer, what does he say? Blockchain. If I have to hear that one more time. We know that JP Morgan is building Federal Reserve 2.0 on blockchain. And we have Tim Cook. Tim Cook is not going to tell you the truth about the fourth industrial revolution. He talks about the importance of data. But these algorithms are going to make data smarter and smarter. Where these corporations are going to know what you want before you even know what you want. And we have the mayor of Miami. If you invested in Bitcoin, you only should invest the amount you are willing to lose. Guys, that's the reason why it's so important to understand finances. If you understand finances, you know the Fed does what? They control the supply and demand. But the fact is, the reason why they printed all this money, they printed 20% of all money in existence in 1 year in order to bring in these robots, algorithms, and drones. And they're going to pay each other with crypto while the sheep go inside the metaverse. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the New World Order, it's all planned out. You have a wonderful day.
Listened to you for a long time. We've known each other a long time, and I defer to you on a lot of this stuff, technology, because you're so far ahead and so much better versed in a lot of this stuff. So when you talk about crypto like that, I need to drill down, because from 65 down to 20, where we are now on let's say Bitcoin, that's got people that have been non-believers the entire run. That has those people saying it's worth zero again, and there's no inherent value, and it's a Ponzi scheme, and it's the most recent was Bill Gates, who said crypto is entirely the greater fool theory. Then I see guys like you or Andreessen or Peter Thiel, the guys that can run circles around anyone on the street in terms of technology. What is it that you said about crypto that's so promising? And are you talking about blockchain, or are you talking about Bitcoin, or are you talking about all the above? What is it that you see that Warren Buffett or Bill Gates, Warren Buffett wouldn't give $25 for all the Bitcoin in the world. What do you see?
Yeah, I see two things, John. Let me separate, crypto from blockchain for a minute, but I think they're related. I think let me start with blockchain. When you see the issues going on right now in the downgrade in advertising was blamed on two things: global issues, macro, and the data changes that are happening at Apple and Google. So that's how severe that data change is. And what blockchain is going to allow people to do is to bring decentralized data and put it on top of businesses and put smart contracts on things. So I'll give you one example on that. The advertising business, if you look at TV advertising, we do a lot with you guys and a lot of other partners in TV. I think the TV business is undervalued by double because it's not able to be tracked in a very specific data-driven way, the way digital is. And I think as blockchain comes into that and really starts to help put data against it and loyalty, and there's a whole bunch of strategies there that I think will work. They're starting to work now, and they're going to work long term.
That's like and by the way, how about
what?
Bitcoin? Because we're running out of
so
time.
Bitcoin, Joe. I think when you look at like the cryptocurrencies, I think they attach to that, to the blockchain, and the fact that you can have a globally transferable value attached to data is going to be the difference. And I think there's a disconnect when you look at how data works and how financials work. There's a time difference right now. All the data, including a flow code coming off our products for people, are real time. The financial institutions are not real time, and there needs to be a much faster way for money to change hands and money to be attached to data. And that's why I think crypto and blockchain, the combo of those two things, is going to be really important. So I understand people's theory about why it's not valuable, but I don't see it as a standalone unit of economic value. I see it attached to where all this decentralized data is going to go. And I see it in our business. Jim Norton hosted that event we had yesterday. We had people from the crypto business all the way to some of the largest TV people in the world there. And the combo of those two things, I sat in the back and talked to all of our customers. They're super excited about it. And maybe they know less than Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and everyone else, but I see a different world evolving, especially with where data is going.
And NFT investors about how fast the price of digital currencies and digital collectibles like the ones on this mural have dropped. The city has been looking to attract top crypto and top tech talent. The crypto bull is now outside of Miami-Dade College. That was one of the big symbols of that hype we've seen. There is even the Miami coin. That's the city's namesake cryptocurrency, down roughly 95% since it launched. It's trading at a fraction of a penny. Mayor Francis Suarez talked about this as a potential at one point to have an alternative to taxes. And while the project has provided some windfall to the city, the mayor acknowledges it does come with some risks.
These technologies are extremely new, and so, they're always speculative, right? And so, one of the things I've always said is, look, you should never invest money on something that you don't A, believe in, or B, there is a possibility that you could lose that money, so it's got to be money that you're willing to sort of invest in that way.
We're going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go, but clearly we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
This effort. And China has big plans for this. They intend to seed their digital yuan into the global environment by giving it away to visitors at next winter's Olympics. When they arrive at the airport, they're going to get yuan digital wallets. They're going to receive digital yuan. They're going to use it throughout their visits to Beijing, and then they're going to take it back to their home countries. They see this as a huge advantage. Why? Because who controls the underlying protocols, who controls the underlying standards of the future of money will control the future of money.
Most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids' books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.